Okay then, Helldivers, we are back. We've got loads to go over today. Shams Rajani hit the Discord just yesterday talking about a couple of rumors with regards to the AR-20L Justice from HD1. We also have some conversations about the War Striders and ragdolling, apparently, that's going on in the Discord as well. And Shams gives us a bit of a lowdown exactly what it is that's happening with the amount of people inside of the development team as of right now. This is an interesting one for sure, so we're going to take a look and break down everything that you guys need to know. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. We've even got a tinned alternatives now, and they've just restocked on them, so you need to go and give that a check out. Make sure you head down to the comment section and put in a purple love heart for the giveaway, as you guys are going to want to get involved for the top bundle of super credits. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now in Helldivers 2. So starting off, we're on the Galactic war table, and we can see that your stalwart stratagem has now officially ended. Therefore, you will not be receiving a free one during your operational runs, but it does seem that right now Seychelles Beach is the main form of targeting, as we have managed to liberate 77.5% liberation on this one. This has been an interesting time period, and I've had a load of fun diving over there again. Hopefully, we'll see some sub-factions come into the Illuminates soon, just like we do on the automatons and on the terminates. As of right now, though, the map is suspiciously quiet. We're currently waiting our major order, which is due to release later on today, but we've not seen anything actually come to the table just yet. We'll make sure we keep you guys updated with a second upload happening later, more than likely, with regards to our latest major order and how it's actually going to occur. It's going to be an interesting time indeed, because things are really quiet out here. Really quiet. But we have got some stuff to clear up right now, as people were asking. Apparent rumors were surfacing with regards to the AR-20L Justice from HD1 and whether it was returning to HD2 or not. It does seem to be a rumor though, because the AR-20L Justice was actually a high combat rifle, which seemed to work quite well back in that game, and people really tended to enjoy it with the additional upgrade for bayonets, recoil absorbers, extended mags, and the penetrating rounds, which meant that this thing was an absolute hard hitter. But Shams has secured that rumors are undemocratic lies, so it's unlikely that we'll see that weapon ever come back to the game. We have previously secured the fact, though, that the Baskonator has stated that between Helldivers 1 and 2, they don't want to do a rinse and repeat and a copy and paste. What they want to do is enhance Helldivers 2 so that it's a completely different game. So it won't be likely that you'll see that weapon come into this fold anytime soon. One thing is worth looking at, though, is that people were talking about War Striders and the ragdolling. It doesn't affect everybody, but it has been affecting quite a lot of players inside of the game right now, with different uploads forcing up onto YouTube with regards to how it is that they just don't seem to work properly. Shams is currently checking with the development team to see if anything is going to be changing with those, but it hasn't been a main topic of conversation for the development team, or at least in a public state. Maybe more of an internal thing, but the War Striders have been renowned for being probably one of the more harder enemies to go up against, with them not having weak spots and primarily having quite a high attack radius when it comes to the automatons. Now, a big conversation happening in the game right now has been with regards to the actual development team themselves, and people wondering if the original people that worked on the game are still there, because the game seems to have taken a bit of a weird shape and turn. And Sham stated that no, they're not actually gone. The game started with around 30 people, then was around 70 for a long while, then at about 90, and at this point in time we're looking at around 120 to 140 coming from launch to the point where we're at right now. Now, around 20 of those people were the originals, and they are still around. The core people still focus on side of the game, and this is obviously quite a big factor, because it means that the game's insight as to what it was once originally is still being created by the same people. Now, in terms of the game's health and performance, it's been an interesting conversation having with you guys just recently, who's been speaking in the comment section and during the live streams quite a lot of late. A lot of people are experiencing a lot better performance, which is really odd, because it would imply that Arrowhead are actually working in the background on things that are outstanding currently. I personally have not crashed in around 5 or 6 days now, so that's got to speak some sort of volumes. As to whether they're actually doing that or not, though, is yet to be seen, as we've had zero communication coming from the development team with regards to that. What we will find, though, is that there are no patch updates at the moment, and next week does seem to run us into mid-October, or at least it seems to look that way, with the 14th and the 21st being the primary dates that we're looking at with regards to this big patch update overhaul that could be coming in during the game's development process. It's kind of a concerning one because we don't know what it is that's going to happen. We don't know where it's actually leaning, and Arrowhead, although stating that they're going to be more transparent and communicate a lot more, have probably been the quietest that they've been in weeks previous, and definitely in the last year that we've experienced them inside of this game. And with the player base dropping like flies right now, with a total player base at this point in time on a Tuesday update morning at 21,000 players, a peak concurrent of 50 just on Steam alone. And if we take a look at how many people are actively playing online right now, we can see quite clearly that there is only around 36,000 Helldivers overall, meaning that the player base has split down quite a damn lot. So overly concerning, that's for damn sure, but it does seem that they are working on a lot of different things. If we take a look over on SteamDB's history, we can see that the changes that they're making towards the game files, at least, seem to be updating all the bloody time. With them as early as 26 minutes ago, we can see that they were working on it 6 hours ago, 13, 12, 20 yesterday, quite a lot. And over the last few days, there's been a massive surge of different changes inside of the game's history, or at least on Steam. Fingers crossed this is a positive output, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how this operates, mainly because the Helldivers community right now are in that no BS frame of mind where they don't seem to be taking any S whatsoever, which is really, really wild, because the game has a really weird tendency of doing things like this, where it has such a large update, such as the Xbox drop and the ODST war bond coming into play, and everybody bundles on top of the game like it's a new piece of meat, and everyone wants their piece of it. Unfortunately, Arrowhead do have this self-sabotage way of working, where they just tend to have a really good thing and then just tank it into the ground so that it doesn't actually get what it actually deserves. And we seem to be going round in this looping cycle of we're so back and it's so done. And it's getting a little bit tiring now to be able to keep talking about that movement alone, mainly because I don't understand why they can't just move it in the right direction when it comes to this game. We seem to have good times and bad times all of the time, and it just doesn't seem to ever reflect the actual beauty that the game has inside of it. For me, I'm loving the game. I really enjoy it, but I just want them to be able to keep it at a steady pace, and hopefully we can see that one day. I just don't see that happening anytime soon. Nonetheless, so we're going to take a look at your top comments, as you guys had a lot to state in the last video where we spoke about the major win, main movement happening with the Rupture strain, as Shamshajani had comment on that one, and there is no delay on the new war bond, which is due to come in the next week or so. We'll have to wait and see how it operates, but you guys have had a lot to say in it. Senshi stated right here that congratulations for the successful major order, and also taking back touring at the same time. Amazing work, dear Helldivers, which, yes, is actually quite a big point indeed, as the game had such a big influx, and I don't really know what happened, but we managed to secure the planets quite heavily, with Menkent and touring over on the Terminid sector being secured at the exact same time. It was wild to me, but you guys have actually done that quite heavily. Next up, this states right here. Hey, remember when Cloud said that MO was impossible? I do. Yeah, 100%. I 100% said that that was going to be an impossible MO, and it definitely tended to look like it. With a 3% resistance over on Menkent and the Incineration Core, you guys absolutely proved me wrong, and I'll hold my hands up. I definitely should have given you a bit more credit before it actually came through. And finally, this last one states right here, noticed an uplift in super credit fines. So yeah, a war bond feels like it's on its way soon. Now, I didn't know that that was actually a thing, and I don't know whether it's more of a placebo effect where you kind of feel like the super credit fines are on the high and you just actually are getting a little bit luckier at the moment. There's no influx on it before the war bonds drop, or at least to my knowledge. So we'll have to wait and see how that one plays out. But we are looking to receive a brand new war bond, hopefully over the next couple of weeks. Nonetheless, so unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. We are going to be live waiting for the major order, so make sure you stay tuned to that one, and we'll see you guys out on the battlefield. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.